everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back with box number 3 of Theros Beyond Death. Let's see what we can find. Let's get right into it. Maybe we can find some of those, like, borderless planeswalkers, or maybe we can find some sweet, gods in their constellation border, or their showcase frame, I guess is what they're called. Is it like I think that's what it's called, a showcase border? Is that what they call it? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. How are you enjoying Theros Beyond Death so far? My understanding is that a lot of people are finding it fun, but also some people are finding it hard to nail down what the draft format and the sealed format are like. I don't know. I've been having fun. I haven't played a lot yet, but I've been having fun playing around with, like, building, like, weird random standard decks. The standard decks that I've seen coming out with this set have been phenomenal. I've really enjoyed the fact, like, I really enjoy when a new set comes out and people don't necessarily have a nailed down, like, this is the archetype that you have to play to win. Right? That's what I like, right? Like, when Throne came out, everyone kind of, like, stayed on the same plan of, like, you know, Simic Flash or Blue Flash or, you know, Esper Control, right? And then now it's, like, a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of, or red deck wins. Like, the red deck wins deck stayed around, right? So, it's interesting. Anax hardened in the Forge in the showcase frame. Nice. Alright, we'll take it. Sage of Mysteries. Favored of Iroas. And Temple of Deceit as our first one. There's our nice little swamp. We're going to have a lot of these full art lands at the end of all of this, which is going to be nice. I'll be able to, like, upgrade some of my decks and stuff. We've got a Whirlwind Denial there. Nice. That's the uncommon worth a couple bucks. You know what? We'll put it here, and we'll put the lands here, I guess. Hateful... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's put the lands here, right? Because they won't get in the way. Hateful Eidolon. Blood Aspirant. This card, I find, is being a standout in Limited right now. Because it's whenever you sack a permanent. So even when you sack the enchantments to, like, scry and stuff, it puts a counter on this guy. Seems really good. I actually tried putting this guy into the Korvold Jund Sacrifice deck, and he's really good in that Brawl deck. Very good. Oh, we got a Nightmare Shepherd. I like this. That's a sweet card. Nightmare Shepherd is a lot of fun to play with. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with it. Like I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but, like, the one deck that I brewed during the early access event was, like, that card plus the Divine Visitation or whatever. It's the one that makes angels instead of whatever tokens you make. So, like, you make a 1/1 token of, like, Anax, but instead you make a 4/4 angel, right? Like, it's pretty sweet. Devourer of Memory. Hell, there's another Anax in Showcase border, or in Constellation border, whatever you want to call it. Soul Guide Lantern. And Shatter the Sky. Ooh, and we got our first foil. First foil being a Stern Dismissal. I guess we should put foils here and then the uncommons down. We've got 3 swamps in a row. It's interesting. I mean, like, I do enjoy playing black. So, I mean, like, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's good for me, because I do like playing black. One with the Stars. Warden of the Chained. Enemy of Enlightenment. And Proton Thaumaturge, or Thaumaturge, that's the one. This card is hilarious in Limited because of the constellation and because it basically just becomes whatever creature you want on the battlefield. It's pretty hilarious. Let's move those over. Let's do it like this. There. There we go. And ooh, we got our first non-swamp land. All right. First non-swamp land. Good stuff. All right. Here we go. Ferris Band Brawler. Laguna Band Storyteller. Sage of Mysteries. And Perforos's Intervention. And we do have our foil there. And it looks like it was probably a rare. Perforos's Intervention. Yeah, Nessian Boar. Big Pig. The Big Pig in foil. There it is. The big old pigger in foil. It's going to go in our mythic pile. / foil rare pile. Nessian Boar, I won a lot of games in my sealed pre-release event with this card. Mainly because you play it with the, I think it's like the common or the uncommon wolf that makes all of your the enchantment creature that makes all your creatures trample. So then you have a 10/6 trample, right? And it's only 5. So I mean, like, Entrancing Leer, Underworld Dreams, one of my favorite cards. Madomai's Prophecy. This card actually does a lot of work. I played this in one of my sealeds online, and it did so much work for me. The number of times that I was able to basically, like, scry 2, choose a card, play it, draw 2, was, like, almost every time I played this. Right? And then even the last thing, looking at each card, helped me, like, play around some things that my opponent were going to be drawing, which was nice. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. That's a nice one. That's, like, one of the top rare hits. We got a forest there. All right. I'm going to ramble a lot, so bear with me, folks. I'm going to ramble a lot because I've had a chance to play with the cards. Phalanx Tactics. Dreamstalker Manticore. Field of Ruin is back. Reprint from Throne of Ixalan. Enigmatic Incarnation. This is the one that's like, ooh, there we go. Foil Plains. There you go. Very nice. That's your foil land for the box, probably. Maybe you get a second one. It depends. Something to note, I haven't opened up a bundle yet, as of yet. When I filmed this, I haven't opened a bundle. However, when you're watching this, I will have already opened a bundle. How about that? How's that for a mind fuck? Yes, and I said it. You're welcome. This channel is children friendly, I swear. Mischievous Chimera, The Binding of Titans, Sea God's Scorn, and Treacherous Blessing. This is an interesting one. So it's like when it enters battlefield, draw 3 cards, and whenever you cast a spell, you lose a life. When Treacherous Blessing becomes the target of spell or ability, sacrifice it. It's an interesting card. I saw some people playing with it in the early access event and doing some interesting things with it. Where it's like, because it's basically a 3-mana draw 3, which is pretty good in black. And yeah, you lose a life, but if you can find a way to sacrifice it for something, then you basically like draw 3 cards and then you sack it, and then it's gone and you don't lose life. Acolyte of Affliction. Impending Doom, Hateful Eidolon, and Whoa Strata. Whoa Strata. But anyway, the bundles, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by myself, is the foil lands that are in them are just the basic lands. They're not the full art like god lands. They're like the basic lands, which is interesting in its own right because the only way to get those lands in foil is from bundles. Or in the collector's booster packs. Furious Rise, Soul Guide Lantern, Dream Shaper Shaman, and Nylia's Intervention as our rare. Which is interesting. And I haven't opened up any collector's boosters myself yet. Because I was planning to, I didn't get them right when, like, everybody else got them right at release. So, like, I mean, I did get them at release, but, like, I didn't get them early enough to compete with the people who get them, like, 3 or 4 days before release and then open them and put them online and get all of the hype views for people wanting to see it up front. So I don't try to compete anymore with that because I don't know what it is that they're doing to get the product so early, right? But I can't compete with it, right? So Alisade of Life's Bounty, Commanding Presence, and the Akroan War. Ooh, and there you go. There's the Nylia's Forerunner. This is the one I was talking about. It's the common 5/3 that gives your other creatures trample, and it's 5 mana. So you slap the Nessian Boar down on turn 5, and then on turn 6 you drop Nylia's Forerunner and swing with the Boar. They have to block it with everything, and it tramples over most likely. Plus then you have a 5/3 now to follow up that 10/6 that just died, but wiped their board. And then chances are you had other things as well on the board that were able to get in for damage when the Nessian Boar swung. So, like, it was a bonkers combo for me in the pre-release event. But anyway, you can get the basic lands, the non-full art basic lands in foil in the collector's booster packs, which I think is kind of like not great. Like, I think you'd rather have a foil common or uncommon instead of the foil lands. Now, don't get me wrong, I love foil lands, but like, if all the lands in the set are this way, the full art, except in the bundles, then the basic lands are technically rarer because you can only get them from bundles, not from all of the other booster packs. But then the non-foil basics are actually rarer because you can't get them in the collector's boosters. So the collector's boosters have the foil basic lands, but don't have the non-foil basic lands. So the only way you can get the basic lands non-foil from this set is by buying a bundle. So I don't know. I don't know. Staggering Insight. Minions return. Ooh! First mythic of the box, and it's Nylea in the Constellation border. Very nice. I will take it. 5/6 indestructible as long as your devotion to green is less than 5. Nylea isn't a creature. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less. Pay 3. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard. May. You may put it into your graveyard. Key word there. You may. So for 3 mana, it's basically like a better Surveil, in my opinion. Because if it's a creature, it goes into your hand, and then you can put it into the graveyard or leave it on top if you want. But it's only 3 mana, right? Which is not bad. So, One with the Stars, Mystic Repeal, Underworld Fires, and Phoenix of Ash. This card did a bunch of work for one of my opponents in our pre-release event as well. They definitely swung in with it a number of times. I had to murder it, I think, like 3 or 4 times before I finally managed to make it so that they couldn't escape it anymore. Skophos Maze Warden, Sweet Oblivion, Inevitable End, and Allure of the Unknown. A nice Seb McKinnon art, I can tell. Without even looking at the artist, I can tell right away that it was a Seb McKinnon art. It's gorgeous art. Seb McKinnon has a way of capturing, like, just that kind of, like, dread and emotion in his art, which is crazy. Anyway, we got a nice foil here, too. Foil Pious Wayfarer. All right, cool. Plains and Satyr token. Watch as Ape Man try open pack. Meyer Triton. Ah, there you go. Another constellation. Renata, called to the hunt. Siona, captain of the Pyles, or Pales. And a Nyx Lotus. All right, sweet. I'll take it. And another foil here. Foil Fateful End. All right, with a Plains and a Pegasus token. Toss. Shimmerwing Chimera. Citizen Petitioner. Timuret, Chosen from Death. And Idyllic Tutor. All right, nice. Idyllic Tutor's a good one. I like it. I like Idyllic Tutor. I actually have Idyllic Tutor in an enchantment deck that I already run on a regular basis when I play with friends and stuff. Which reminds me, I need to set up some Magic nights with them. We haven't played Magic in a couple months because everyone's been busy with holidays and stuff. Mystic Repeal, Phalanx Tactics, Underworld Fires, and Ephemia, the Cacophony. This card seems sweet, and I actually played against it in Standard on Arena the other day, and what their deck was doing seemed awesome. So it was like turn 1, and they put the -2/-1 on my 2/1 that I had played, the enchantment. So then it went to their graveyard because it killed my guy. Then turn 2, they played this and exiled it and made a 2/2 zombie. So on turn 2, they had a 2/1 flyer and a 2/2 body on turn 2. And I was like, holy moly, this is going to go poorly for me. I managed to turn the game around because they got to a point where they were just basically stalled out on drawing lands and stuff. I think they were up to like 7 mana and I had 4, right? And I was just beating them down with all of the gas I was drawing off the top. So, it worked out for me, but at the same time, it seemed like a sweet deck. Hero of the Nyxborn, Cling to Dust, Rise to Glory. Ooh, I like that. Nyxborn Ancient, I'll take it. This is a card that I want to test out in a commander deck or 2, so we'll have to see if I can pull another one to try it out in multiple decks at the same time. We got a foil here. Foil Funeral Rites. All right, so that's our second mythic from the box. Let's see if the rest of the mythics come from this row. And a lot of people have been talking to me at my LGS, and I've been, seeing it myself as well, that like the mythics seem to be bunched up in these boxes quite badly. Phyrexia's Spawn, or Phyreca's Spawn, Lagona, Band Storyteller, Careless Celebrant, and Clothis, God of Destiny. So that's 2 mythics back to back. And another foil, Cling to Dust foil. Very nice. With a plains and a gold token. So that's 2 mythics back-to-back. Let's see if we can make it 3. Let's see if what I just talked about happens. Drag to the Underworld. Very good removal card. This card is just great. Because it costs X less, where X is your devotion to black. As long as you have 2 black permanents on the table, it's 2 black mana to destroy target creature at instant speed. Very, very good. Entrancing Leer. Eutropia, the twice favored. And Bronze Hide Lion. Not a mythic. Not a mythic. Okay, so we only got 2. We only got 2 back-to-back. Let's see if the rest of the mythics for this box are in the rest of this row, though. There's still 4 packs. Could very well be here. Nyx Herald, Reverent Hoplite, Inevitable End, and Ashiok. See? Look at that right there. Another mythic. Boom. Ashiok's sweet. I don't have a copy of Ashiok yet, so I'm super stoked to get this. She seems really good. 5 mana for a 5 loyalty planeswalker when it comes in. You +1 it and get a body to protect her, which seems really good. And it says whenever this creature attacks or blocks, it exiles the top 2 cards of your opponent exiles top 2 cards of their library. Seems very good. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent. Wow, that's even better than I thought. It's really good for multiplayer formats too. Okay. Elspeth's Nightmare. This card is a standout in Limited. If you can get this in your sealed or your draft pools, you need to take it and play it, because it is just abysmal to play against. Abysmal to play against. Glimpse of Freedom, Colossus's Design, and Timurit Calls the Dead. Nice little, tentacle. We got some tentacle token there. All right. So we got, what, 3 mythics from this row so far? Can we make it 4? I don't know, because we've already opened 4 mythics. Renata, Daxos, Escape Velocity, and Citizen Champion, another sweet rare from this set. This rare is very, very good. Foil Stampede Rider. It's seeing play in Standard a lot right now, mainly because there's so many enchantments out there that do something or impact the board state in some way. And whenever you play an enchantment, whenever it enters the battlefield under your control, you get a 1/1 counter on her and draw a card. Like, it just seems really good. Wolf Willow Haven, Dawn Evangel, Timurit Chosen from Death, and Thrix Sudden Storm. And we got a foil Chainweb Arachneer. Very nice. With an island and a human soldier. Alright, last pack from this row. Are we going to find another mythic? I highly doubt it, but let's find out. I mean, they normally all get grouped up. Citizen Petitioner, Devourer of Memory, Rise to Glory, and Thassa's Oracle. Another great card. People are super stoked about this card. It's like another self-mill win scenario. Saw some people win with it in the draft last night that LRR did. That's right. Just tells you that I've now dated what I've done here. Archon of the Falling Stars, Heroes of the Revel, Hero of the Winds, and Heliod's Intervention. This card does a lot of work in Limited as well. Hey, look, our first garbage card. That's pretty good. 25 packs in and only our first garbage card. That means that we're going to get them all right now. We're going to get like 6 garbage cards here right in a row. Agonizing Remorse, Stinging Lionfish, Hydra's Growth. This card gets out of hand really fast in Limited. And a Wave Break Hippocamp with an island and a zombie token. It's a zombie, I say, a zombie. Alright, let's see. Banishing Light, very good removal spell in Limited. The Birth of Meletus, Sweet Oblivion, and Ashiok's Erasure. I don't think I've seen anybody actually playing this card. Look, another junk card. See, called it. 2 for 3 in the last row are junk ad cards. Let's see how many more we can find. Furious Rise, Thundering Chariot, Nessian Hornbeetle, and Gravebreaker Lamia. With another foil Idyllic Tutor. Alright, I'll take it. Yes, please. Second foil rare for the box. These boxes tend to, like, ever since about, what was it, Throne? Or was it Core 2020 they made the change or whatever? Where it's, like, basically, like, most of the boxes are going to end up, they increase the amount of foils you get in a box. Calafi, Beloved of the Sea, Threnody Singer, Siona, Captain of Peleus, and Eat to Extinction. The fun thing about Eat to Extinction is if you have a way to sacrifice the creature they target it fizzles. Yeah, because then they don't get to do the second part, which is look at the top card of their library and they can put it into their graveyard. It just fizzles. It just see you later. I had somebody target a guy that I was playing with the other day, and I just sacked him in response and was like, okay, he dies. Alirus, and so then it doesn't get exiled, which is nice, and then they don't get to do the second part. Scophos, Destiny Spinner, and Gallia, the Endless Dance. Gallia of the Endless Dance. Okay, another garbage card. That's 3. 3 garbage cards, last row. None in the first 2 rows. All in the last row. Impending Doom, Nessian Wanderer, Heliod's Punishment, and we've got a god here? Or... Oh! Heliod! Boom biggity. My first copy of Heliod. I'm super stoked about that. Really looking forward to play with Heliod and check it out. I'm not going to be doing the Walking Ballista combo nonsense in Pioneer, but I am interested in playing it in, some of the decks that I currently have. Alaros, Enraptured, Dream Shaper Shaman, The Birth of Meletis, and Thassa's Intervention. With a nice mountain and a goat token. Okay, 3 packs left, everybody. We're almost there. We're getting there. Gary! Our first copy of Gary in the box. Gary. Haha, Gary. Dreamstalker Manticore, Threnody Singer, and Shadow Spear. This card, when I see it come on, down on the table for my opponent in Limited, I go, There's a few ways to deal with this card, but if you don't have the artifact destruction in your deck, you're just toast. Ooh, we got a nice foil Daxos in the Constellation border. This is actually like a $6 card, or at least it was. I mean, it might have come down a bit, but like, I think it's the one demigod out of all of the demigods that most people are excited to be playing, because it basically goes into like a Soul Sisters type deck in Pioneer and things like that. So, not too shabby. Fateful End, Favored of Iroas, Destiny Spinner, and the first Iroan Games, or Iroan Games? Yeah, that's the one. Iroan Games. All right, last pack, everybody. Can we find a 6th mythic from this box? No, but we can find another showcase border. I guess I should put this one here, right? So that it's in the foils. We got Caliphie, Beloved of the Sea, Nessian Hornbeetle, Commanding Presence, and Tectonic Giant as our last rare. So there you go. And then, oh, look! Another garbage card. What a surprise. All at the end of the box. So, as you can see, like, this, they're not really shuffled. Like, I'm assuming that even the tokens should be randomized. You shouldn't be getting all of the add cards in one row of a box. Now, I mean, it can happen. It absolutely can, right? But the point is, as you saw, we hit 3 of our 5 mythics in one row. And all sort of clumped together. There was 2, and then a rare, and then a third. So, like, in 4 packs, we opened more than half of our mythics out of this box. Right? Like, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. It can, but the point is that it's been happening in every single box I've opened. All 3 boxes I've opened, we've hit a run of mythics, which is bad. If that's the case, the packs are not being shuffled properly in the boxes, so it's gonna be rough. If someone has gone through and meticulously bought like a pack, like bought every second pack off the top, and then every second pack under it, and then every second pack under it to find where the mythic chunk is, and then just bought, the 3 packs above it and the 3 packs below it, and then left the box, that means there won't be many mythics left in that box, if at all, right? And like that's the issue you have with that type of scenario happening. Now, whether that's actually happening or not, I have no idea. But I've been seeing it with my boxes. Now, it could also be the first run, because you gotta remember, these were like the initial run that came out with the pre-release weekend. And so now you're into like the second run, and that might have been shuffled a little bit better, who knows. Anyway, this box was pretty good. I hope you all enjoyed watching the video. I enjoyed opening the cards. I got a bunch of good stuff that I needed to fill out my collection and stuff, and also stuff I wanted to play with. So I'm super stoked about that. We hit what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 showcase cards, which is actually higher than the last few boxes. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 foils, which is about average. We only hit 1 Whirlwind Denial, which seems to be about, like, you get 1 to 2 of these per box normally. But we also got, like, the Dryad, the Idyllic Tutor, the Citizen Champion. We only got 1 temple in this box, but it's okay with me. I have all the temples from, like, the previous time we played through Theros. So I basically have a playset of all the temples already anyway, so these ones are just sort of like gravy for me. Go into the collection. Once I have 2 of each, the rest I'm going to sell or do something with, or put them into the patron box or something. Who knows? We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But anyway, basically, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I have been your host, MrBevers. Enough rambling from me. I hope you all enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.